Millions of pounds exchange hands across the globe during the summer transfer window. But the shrewd clubs keep an eye on players' contracts and look to sign someone stalling on a new deal with their current side to make a bargain purchase. It's not always easy to coax a player away from their current club, even if their contract is running out. And sometimes the fact a club hasn't made tying a certain player down to a new deal a priority tells you all you need to know about that individual. But on occasion it can really work in the favor of a hiring team. Take Juventus for example. The Italian giants recently secured a deal for Arsenal's Aaron Ramsey, and will sign the player for free at the end of the season. The Serie A club are paying the Welshman a pretty penny for his services, but the lack of an extortionate transfer fee has made this a possibility. So with that in mind, we've taken a look at some of the highest profile players, who have garnered attention in recent months, whose contracts are expiring in June. Adrien Rabiot, the Paris Saint-Germain midfielder, has fallen down the pecking order in France and was previously linked with a move to Barcelona. The Catalan club ended up signing Frenkie De Jong, and it's unclear whether they will come back in for Rabiot when the summer transfer window opens. Arsenal, Liverpool, and Manchester United in the Premier League have all been linked with the midfielder. Meanwhile, it's not clear where Rabiot will end up, but it seems almost certain he will secure a move away from PSG for free once his contract expires in June. Gea Manchester United are doing everything they can to keep hold of the Spain international. Gea has been the Red Devils' best player for the past 5 years now and is incredibly important to their progression back to the summit of English football. Gea has stalled on signing a new deal, and looks set to make his mind up on his future at the end of the season. Real Madrid very nearly signed the keeper a few seasons ago before finally bringing in Thibaut Courtois. But the Belgian has failed to impress in recent weeks, so a deal for Gea could well be back on the cards. Godin The Atletico Madrid centre-back was strongly linked with a move to Manchester United at the start of the season but ended up remaining in Spain. Godin's contract is set to expire at the end of this campaign though, so the Red Devils may look to reignite their interest in the Argentine and bring him in on a free. That said, Godin is getting on in age now in footballing terms but would still command a huge wage, which may put United off, even with the transfer costing them nothing. It seems more likely that Godin will sign a new short-term deal with Ateltico and continue with the Spanish side next season. Herrera The Spaniard was a very important player for Jose Mourinho and is continuing to do a job for the Red Devils under temporary boss Gunnar Solskjaer. Herrera is hard-working and prepared to do the donkey work in the middle of the park to allow the likes of Paul Pogba the freedom to express himself going forward. But Herrera is yet to sign a new contract at Manchester United and has recently been linked with a move away from Old Trafford. Paris Saint-Germain are among the clubs keen on signing the Spaniard on a free, and the Red Devils may just have a task on their hands keeping hold of him. The best of the rest, there is a number of other high-profile players whose contracts expire at the end of the season. Most aren't linked with any specific teams, but they are all good enough to pique the interest of some big clubs, should they allow their contracts to run down. Porto's Yacine Brahimi is among them, while in the Premier League there is Chelsea's David Luiz and Olivier Giroud and Manchester United's Juan Mata. Mario Balotelli's contract at Marseille will expire at the end of the season, although a move back to England seems unlikely at this point. While James Milner, whose contract expires at Liverpool in June, will have clubs lining up to bring him in for at least a season should the Reds fail to extend his deal.